Welcome back to another episode of How I Cook. I'm Stephen and Frederick. So happy to have you. So earlier this month, there was a reunion of the Peitzman family. My mother's name was Peitzman, and it was great to see my family members at this reunion. I'm going to repeat a recipe that I did around 2 years ago called sloppy chicken. This is a recipe that my Nana Peitzman, had. And each one of her children's family have their own version. I'm going to make the version that my mother used to make. So I hope you enjoy it. It is really a fabulous recipe. It's very easy. Let's go. So the recipe is just onions, chicken, and gravy. So let's start with the onions. Large onion, white onion, yellow onion, whatever you want. We're gonna cut this up. I bought this onion yesterday and it was $2.29 a pound. They also had onions that had the peel already taken off, like that. See how easy it was? Called peeled onions for $3.49 a pound. $1.20 more per pound just to take the skin off. I bought 5 pounds. I saved $6 by getting the ones with peel on. So, cut off the top, cut off the bottom. Any little imperfection, just cut off. Cut in half. And then we're going to cut into slices. Not too thin, not too thick. These are going to cook for a long time. They're going to wilt down. You don't want to dice the onions. So the onion sliced, I'm going to throw it in this bowl where I already have 3 large onions already sliced. How many onions should you use? Well, my cousin Connie told me that when Nana was showing her how to make it, Nana said, when you think you've cut up enough onions, cut 1 more onion. But I think these 4 large onions are fine. An important tip is cut up all your onions first, then put them aside. Next, in this case, I got chicken leg quarters. Cut that up next. We don't want cross-contamination. The onion will not contaminate the chicken, but the chicken will contaminate the onion if we do it in the opposite order. So I went to the supermarket yesterday to look for chicken that was on sale. These chicken leg quarters were on sale, so that's why I got them. If parts are on sale, just get parts. But again, this is very easy to cut up. I'll show you how to do it. Can you use white meat, breast meat? Yes. I wouldn't recommend wings. There's not a lot of meat on wings, and wings are so much better when they're baked or they're fried to be eaten. So in this case, this is the tail of the chicken. You want to cut that off. And there's a nice big piece of fat here. You want to take that off as well. Our dogs are going to enjoy both those later. Then there's a joint here on the quarter. So you're just going to take it and manhandle it. There. And you hear the pop. I can actually see where the joint has come apart. You cut through there, and now we have a thigh and a leg. So, I've already cut up 5 thigh quarters. So this is number 6. I'm going to throw that in there. Let me clean up, and then we'll move on. Okay, so I said it was very important to cut up the onions first and then cut up the chicken. This also is very important. We cook the chicken first, brown the chicken, we don't totally cook it, and then we brown the onions. Here's our 6 leg quarters, so we have 12 pieces. I have 2 cast iron skillets here. I'm going to turn them on high, medium high, and let them get warm. Spray them with a little vegetable spray, not a lot. You don't need it because the chicken is going to release a lot of fat. So, it's important, bone in, skin on chicken. Again, it can be breast, it can be leg, it can be thigh, bone in, skin on. Both the bones and the skin will release a ton of flavor into the dish. At the end, we're actually going to be taking the skin out. The dogs are going to love that as well. I have salt, pepper, rosemary mixture here. I'm pouring it out into a little dish because I don't want to put my hands into this and contaminate that. This, I'm just going to put in the chicken. As the chicken goes into the skillet, I'll put more. So, is it important to brown skin side down first, flesh side down first? No, we're going to be browning both sides. So let's begin. So, hopefully I can squeeze them all in. They'll start to sizzle. What a wonderful sound. So it's been around 5 minutes. Let's start flipping. Look at that. Beautiful. That's exactly what we want. Get that chicken down in there. Some pieces will be browner than others. We're just browning the chicken, not totally cooking it. So don't be upset if it's unevenly cooked. It's been around 5 minutes, so we're going to take the chicken out of the skillet. This is the same bowl that I had the chicken in. Cleaned it with hot soapy water and dried it. Do not put cooked chicken back in a bowl that had raw chicken. This is a lot of chicken, and there's only 2 of us. This freezes extremely well. So I'm intentionally making a lot so I can freeze it. My cousin Chris makes this for her husband's birthday every year. People really love this recipe. Time for all those onions. In here is all that chicken fat that rendered out. That's what we're cooking the onions in. Do not throw it away. It's like gold. You may think that is a lot of onions. Well, it is. And you need each and every one. Okay, these are going to saute down for a while. When they're ready, we'll come back and we'll do the next step. So it's been around 15 minutes and our onions are ready. They look fabulous and they smell fabulous. They've cooked in the chicken fat. For those people in Philly and the surrounding areas, look like perfect onions for a cheesesteak. But we're not going to use them for a cheesesteak. We're going to use them for a sloppy chicken. Now, most of the labor is almost done. The rest is going to be done in a crock pot. So, quick spray of oil. Let me turn these off. And we're going to put some onions in the bottom of the crock pot. Okay, next, chicken. Doesn't matter how you put it in, skin side up, skin side down. The chicken's going to fall apart, which is what we want. Another layer of onions. And another layer of chicken. Some more onions. Get them all. This is a heavy, heavy skillet. The last of the chicken. And all the juices. That is flavor. And the remaining onions. These two that are trying to get away, no way. There's a raw one that got away. No way. And then this skillet of onions. This smells so good. And I know, I've had this so many times. I know how good it tastes. Okay, last step. Chicken gravy. In this case, turkey gravy. Why turkey gravy? Because when I went to the supermarket yesterday, they only had small jars of chicken gravy and a large jar of turkey gravy. Could I have gotten 2 small chicken gravy? Sure. But the cost of 1 large, much more economical. So, what do? We simply pour it over the top. Put it on low. Put on the lid. And there we go. We'll see in 6 hours. It is going to be the 6 longest hours of my life. I love this dish. Okay, talk to you later. We're coming up on 6 hours. My mouth is watering. The house smells wonderful. So the chicken is done, the onions, all wonderful. The last time I did this video, I served it on mashed potatoes. This time, egg noodles. Let me drain the egg noodles, we'll plate it, and then I'm gonna say goodbye because I need to eat. You can make mashed potatoes, you can make noodles. You don't have to do either. But I just followed the instructions on the package of the egg noodles. So there we have noodles. We'll go down. Look at those onions. Oh. Here's a thigh. You can see the bone jutting out. It's falling off the bone. You can either leave the skin on. I am not going to leave the skin on. I'm going to take it off because it's been in the crock pot for 6 hours. I am going to save the skin for the dogs. And let's get a leg. Then let's get some of this wonderful onion gravy mixture. Drain off a little. So there you have it, Nana's sloppy chicken. I'm gonna now go enjoy my dinner, wearing my reunion t-shirt from the Peitzman family reunion. Our grandfather was Jewish, our grandmother was Irish Catholic, and as she always said, not an ugly in the bunch. Thank you for going down memory lane with me. I'm sure you're going to enjoy Mary Gertrude Peitzman's sloppy chicken. All right, see you next time.